So today I wanted to talk to you guys about Teddy Bridgewater. I think his situation is very interesting, especially after the Sam Darnold trade. The Sam Darnold trade pretty much said that the Panthers were ready to move on from Teddy Bridgewater, and they were all in on Sam Darnold, especially after picking up his fifth-year option. So, yeah, Teddy's done. I don't think they're going to keep him around anymore. But the interesting situation is his contract is not good at all. Not good for his play performance. And the Panthers are looking to move on from Teddy Bridgewater. They're going to try to trade Teddy Bridgewater again, and I don't know who's going to budge, but I kind of want to break down each scenario the Panthers could do with Teddy Bridgewater and what I think is the best solution for them, because I think this is a very interesting situation for both the Panthers and Teddy Bridgewater. So I think the Panthers are most likely going to trade Teddy Bridgewater because of the fact that multiple teams have already called in about him and shown interest. So I think the Panthers are going to take any offer they can get because Teddy Bridgewater's contract is not great, and I don't think his trade value is that great, but any picks that they can get or any players, I think they'll be fine with. So it'll be interesting to see what team offers what for Teddy, considering his contract situation. I can see the Panthers reducing his salary, though, to maybe improve his trade value a bit, but it'll be interesting to see which team takes that contract, and the question is now, who's going to be interested in Teddy? I think the team that makes the most sense for Teddy Bridgewater is the Broncos. I know Broncos fans want Deshaun Watson, but I don't think the Broncos want him right now, considering everything that's going on off the field. So they're probably going to go after a veteran quarterback. I don't think they're going to trade Drew Lock. They're probably going to bring in Teddy and maybe help Drew Lock out, bring in a veteran presence, maybe make him compete a little bit more like the Bears did with Nick Foles with Mitch Trubisky. Yes, that's not a great example because of how bad it failed, but you get the point. Teams like bringing in veteran quarterbacks for a struggling rookie to maybe help them out a bit and improve their game. So I think it makes the most sense for the Broncos to trade for Teddy Bridgewater. I don't see any other team that will trade for Teddy Bridgewater. I've heard some things about the 49ers, but I don't think the Panthers are going to want a quarterback that's $13 million more expensive than Teddy. And really, that's it. I think the Broncos are the only team that makes sense to me. And no, don't suggest the Saints. We are not going after that contract, and we are not going after the quarterback. So there's that. That's who I think is the best option for Teddy in terms of a trade. So if the Panthers can't find a trade partner for Teddy, they're going to cut him. They're not going to want to keep that guy around with that kind of contract. And considering that Sam Darnold's fifth-year option is around $18 million, they're definitely not going to want to keep around two quarterbacks that's going to cost them $10 million a year. So they're most likely going to cut him, but it'll probably be around training camp, because if they cut him before June 1st, it'll save them $2.9 million against the cap, but if they cut him afterwards, it'll save them $7.9 million against the cap. None of these scenarios are better than the trade scenarios in terms of cap space, but $5 million more dollars saved against the cap space is always great. So the Panthers will most likely cut him after June 1st. And if Teddy does get cut, he will find a team, but it'll be on a backup role because no team's going to want him as a starter. And if he does get signed to a backup role, it'll be on a very cheap deal. Broncos will probably try to sign him. Bucks could too. I didn't mention the Bucks in the trade scenario, but the Bucks could look for a backup quarterback for Tom Brady. And I don't think Teddy will be like the future of the Bucks or anything if they do sign him. So I wouldn't worry about it if I was a Bucks fan, because I think Teddy's just going to be there for mainly backup role. I think that's what's going to be his role in the NFL now, being a backup quarterback. And I think it'll be good for the Bucks if they sign Teddy Bridgewater. Same with the Broncos. I already mentioned my case for the Broncos. So yeah, I could see Teddy Bridgewater signing a cheap deal with anybody for a backup role. This scenario is very, very unlikely, but it is a scenario, and I'm going to try to make a case for it. So if they do keep Teddy Bridgewater, it'll most likely be a backup role Or maybe they want to see if Teddy can beat out Darnold, and if he does beat out Darnold, he'll be their starting quarterback, but I really don't see Teddy being on this team. And if they do keep Teddy around for a couple games this season, I could see them making a mid-season trade for Teddy, because some team is going to be desperate for a quarterback, and they'll pull the trigger on Teddy. They'll probably keep him around for that, but I don't see it happening, but this is a scenario. So I just wanted to present that out there, but if they do keep him, it'll most likely be for that. So that about wraps it up. I just wanted to present all the scenarios possible for Teddy Bridgewater. I know he's a backup quarterback now, but I think it's a very interesting situation because of his contract and what the Panthers could do. So I hope I was able to provide you with some good scenarios for Teddy Bridgewater. And yeah, that's really all I gotta say. See y'all later, and have a great day.